everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Angel and today I'll be sharing with you some fall inspired DIYs. Before we get started, as always, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click the little notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of my future videos. For our first project, we'll just be using some of these Dollar Tree glass jars, some of these pumpkin clips, and I am using my metallic copper paint. You can of course use any paint color that you would like. The first thing I'm doing is just painting the pumpkins with this. The pumpkins only needed one coat, and the tops of these jars needed about 3 coats each. Again, you can use any color paint you would like. This is just the color that I wanted. You could also use spray paint if you wanted as well. Once I had everything painted, I took a little blade from the Dollar Tree and I cut out the bottom of those pumpkins to fit over the 2 lids that had the little bump on top of them. Then to secure everything down, I just took my hot glue gun and put the little pumpkins on top of all 3 of those lids. And at this point, you can use your little pumpkin jars any way you would like. They would be adorable in a bathroom or maybe even in the kitchen. But for now, I'm just using this pumpkin scented pine cones that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I'm filling these jars up with that, and then I'm gonna just use some of the Dollar Tree tea lights in mine. And here's a look at how my little pumpkin jars turned out. For my next project, I found this little thankful sign at Dollar Tree, but of course it didn't fit the fall aesthetic, so I wanted to change it a little bit. I did break off one of the letters. Surprisingly, this thankful sign is attached very well considering it's a Dollar Tree item, so very carefully I had to finish taking off the thankful sign. Once I had it off, I did have to wood glue those letters that I accidentally broke off back to it, and then I just flipped that sign over and used my white Waverly chalk paint to do 1 coat on the back. Once again, you can use any color paints that you would like. I actually took my little thankful sign and used that same metallic copper from the pumpkin jars to paint my little thankful plaque. Once that was dry, I went ahead and went back in and I decided to put these little details of fall leaves in the corners of my sign. And of course, once again, you can do any details that you want. You could just leave it with a plain background or maybe draw something other than the fall leaves. Then I just took some of my Dollar Tree wood glue and glued this little thankful plaque back to the background. You could use hot glue or super glue. I just prefer the wood glue because it holds better. And then of course, the last thing is just putting the sign back together. And here's a look at how my little thankful sign turned out. For my final project, I'll just be using some of these Clipboard photo frames from the Dollar Tree. I had hoped to get all white ones, but I couldn't find them, but that's okay. I'm just gonna paint over these with my white chalk paint. I went ahead and gave the white frames just 1 coat of the chalk paint just so they could match with the black ones. The black ones did take, I think, 2 or 3 coats. Now at this point you could just use stickers, a stencil, or if you have a Cricut you could use that. But for this particular project I wanted the same metallic copper color for my letters, so I am just gonna paint little blotches so that I can put these sticker letters over top, and then I will go back over it with the white paint and it will leave this particular metallic color as the lettering. Hopefully that was all clear, but you can see here I'm just going back in and painting back over this with the white chalk paint over the stickers that I put on there. Once it's all dry, I just went back in and I peeled off those stickers. As you can see, it's not perfect, but I do just go back in and fix that with a little bit of paint. For the A in this sign, I am going to be using this fall leaf. It is a burlap leaf that I got from Dollar Tree last year, and I just painted it that same metallic color. Once I had all these little clipboards back together, I'm just using some of my Dollar Tree wood glue, and I am gluing these little signs together. And finally, I just went back in and used some of Dollar Tree's gel super glue to put the ribbons back on top. And here's a look at how my little fall sign turned out. That is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.